This is Creating Your Encore Career and Becoming a Silver Entrepreneur with your host, Lynn Freest. Lynn will share ideas and expert advice from people that are walking in your shoes and living their encore careers, where they want and at the pace they want. You'll start a company of one with confidence and knowledge to live a fulfilled life of freedom and ease. Lynn is a coach and leadership consultant whose mission is to show senior leaders and experts how to start something refreshing and new after a full career in the corporate environment.
Welcome to this episode of Creating Your Encore Career and Becoming a Silver Entrepreneur. Thanks again for listening. With an Encore Career, the rewards are better than a cold beer on a hot day, and you can be creating value in the world beyond just winning the next pickleball game. You can work when you want, where you want, and you can do the work you love. Now, beginning on October 27th, I'll be hosting an Encore Career Book Club to help 50-year-olds and older that are new to entrepreneurship, and that's you, my audience, how to practically apply the lessons from a book, You Are the Brand, by best-selling author Mike Kim. I'll explain the book club in this episode, but stay tuned for more information. Meanwhile, head over to lynnfreest.com, listen to a few of our podcasts to get a feel for it, and then get on the email list. So we'll see you soon. Now, if you're ready to get started right away, please contact me at lynn@lynnfreest.com. Thanks. So this is episode 166, an Encore Career Book Club. This will be a short episode to explain the book club. I won't try to teach the content, just really explain what the club is and how it works and why you might be interested. So some of the questions I'll be going through is, why an Encore Career Book Club? What is the book that we'll be studying? How will the book club work? And then what's the result you can expect to get from it? So why an Encore Career Book Club? Obviously, I became interested in this. My story of learning about discovering my skills and seeing how to share them, I want to share with people. I'm 72, but not ready to retire at all. I am much too interested in what I can learn and share and work with others on. I've been on this Encore career journey for 7 years after retiring from my corporate career. I've had pivots and twists and different paths. It's been a winding road, but I never felt that I was at a dead end, which kind of an age joke there. While I was pretty good at my corporate position, I had felt I'd outgrown it, and it really felt stale. And one issue for me was that people had seen me for so long in that position, they just saw me through that lens. And they really, I don't think, could see some of the other skills and knowledge that I had developed. So I was at a point where I could retire, and then I had a foundational income and resources that would make it possible to create my own core career. But then as I got investigating this whole idea, beyond just myself and my interest in it, I found some additional reasons why actually the world needs encore careers. And you've heard me talk about some of these ideas before, but we're living longer and healthier lives, and that is continuing to go up. There are some studies saying that half the children born today will live to be 100. And they'll be healthier much longer. They won't just have a longer life of poor health and disability. So while the boomers, like myself, may still only have 85 to 90 years, we are still going to be active longer than our parents were. So this starts proposing the real possibility of having a 60 to 70-year adult life, that life beyond age 20, we'll say. So what will we be doing with those decades that come after the age of 60? And how will we fund 40 years after the age of 60? And now the next thing I came across is that the world's population is not increasing as fast as in the past. And truly, older workers are essential to the workforce. Without them, we actually can't have the very great economy that we have right now without their participation in that economy. So those are some of the reasons why I'm involved in this and why personally I'm involved and why I think it's a really useful thing just in general to have these. But what about you? Why an Encore Career Book Club for you? This one in particular gives you a chance to explore some information about an Encore career. You can see what's possible and if it fits for you and your interests and what you hope to be doing. And it'll let you know what some of the success factors that are needed for an Encore career. Do you want to take them on? Do you want to learn about them? Those kinds of things. Obviously, the next thing is what's the book we'll be studying? And I mentioned it earlier. It's called You Are the Brand by Mike Kim. The subtitle of it is The 8-Step Blueprint to Showcase Your Unique Expertise and Build a Highly Profitable, Personally Fulfilling Business. Now, I've taken this class that Mike provided for the book, and I've actually been working with Mike for many years. And he also certified me to teach his method of building You Are the Brand. So there are the 8 steps that are the success steps covered in the book. And again, we'll go over those in the book club, but they're your point of view. How do you reframe whatever you are today so that you can explain yourself to others and how you create value for them? Your personal stories. Stories are how people get to know and trust you. A platform. Okay. How are you going to be known? In a sense, a platform is like a speaker in the town square. You have to be able to people to find you and know who you are. We'll talk about platform. Positioning. Again, as Mike says, I think you don't want to be blender gray. You want to have something that let people know what's unique about your perspectives and what you're offering. And then we'll talk about products. What are the different ways you could deliver your expertise? It could be speaking, writing, classes, consulting, but we'll talk about those things from the book. And then there's the issue about pricing. How do you get paid for this? Now, there may be some of you that want to do things that are more volunteer nature, but some, again, funding that longer retirement, we need to know something about pricing. Then there's the pitch. How do you actually pitch? In Mike's area is a marketing piece and the sales piece. How do you actually go out and explain to people what are you going to provide to them and why they should pay you for it? And then finally, partners. Again, none of us do this alone. So it's one of those things where we really want to have others along with us on the journey, but we also want to have others who will help us. We can complement their work with our work and those kinds of things. So how will the book club work? Once you sign up, I'll send you links for our 4 weekly Zoom calls, and maybe we'll have a chance to get another call in there. But we'll also have a Slack channel that will have the replays of our calls in case you weren't able to make one of them. And the Slack channel will also allow you to converse with your peers in the book club, along with me. We'll basically be doing 2 of the 8 steps in each of the 4 calls. And we'll also not just review what was in the book, but there are great examples there, and we'll try to expound on those examples so we can really get everybody feeling how they can apply the process for themselves. So at the end of the day, what is the result you'll get from participating in this book club? You're going to get to explore what you could do in the next phase of your life. How are you going to fill those days or decades up with something other than pickleball? You'll end up with a high-level roadmap of what are the most success elements that you need for an Encore career, at least in the context of the You Are the Brand program. And there'll be an opportunity after the book club to take your learning to another level. We'll be talking about options for that. And then we may, as we go through the book club, people may say, hey, we'd like to do another book club on another book. So we could explore that too as we go forward. So that's the basics of how I'm picturing this upcoming book club. And again, encourage you to sign up and participate. You know, with an Encore career, the rewards are great. You can work when you want, you can work where you want, and you can do the work you love. Again, the date for this beginning of the book club is October 27th, so please keep that in mind. We'll have further communications as to how to sign up. And meanwhile, if you want to just learn more about what I've been talking about on the Encore Career, go over to linfrias.com, listen to a few podcast episodes, and get a feel for it, and then get on the email list. Also, if you want to get started right away, and I will coach people one-on-one if they're interested in that, please contact me at lynn@linfrias.com. So again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.